Okay. Straight to the point. Russia and Ukraine. It's a really shit situation. Like, a really, really shit situation. However, that being said, I'm not going to go too much into politics of it since I'm still relatively uninformed on the topic, right? But I've done a lot of research on it, but I don't think it's enough for me to turn and say this is right, this is wrong. I still think Russia's fucking crazy, and by Russia I mean Putin's fucking crazy. But I still have to do a bit more research on it just to make sure, and I'll update that later on. However, Advanced Wars has been delayed. So Advanced Wars has been delayed by an unknown amount of time. Because there's a war going on, and they said that they don't want to release it during a time of war. Okay. So they didn't want to release it at a time of war. And I was like, huh. That seems really weird since I googled the last couple of Advanced War games that came out, and they all released during times of war. That have, like, during an active war that has happened in the world during the release. So I'm like, huh. That's a little bit inconsistent. I got a swarm of people on Twitter whining at me, calling me a child, calling me unempathetic because I have this position. I think that is stupid. Like, to not release a game about, like, battling, a turn-based battle game because there's a fucking war going on in the world, so now the game gets fucking delayed? Like, what the fuck is that? I have absolutely no interest in Advanced Wars. I have never played an Advanced War game in my life, probably never going to. But the actual, like, core principle of that is just so fucking stupid. Like, and every single person that's been, like, against me on this has literally been like, oh, you're so unempathetic and all this here shit. And I'm like, fuck off. I've actually donated more than all of you motherfuckers combined to this crisis, right? Like, fuck that shit. No. And, like, it's a game being released, and they're justifying that it should be delayed because there's a war going on. So by that logic, we should never have any game released like GTA ever because people get stolen all the time. We shouldn't have any game being killed ever, any game with any death in it ever because soldiers die all the time in wars. Nope, none of that. It's just, this is in the media, this is like what's happening at the moment, therefore everybody must fucking follow what we want. And because people will get offended, we can't release the game. What the fuck is wrong with people? Like, if you're that offended that a game releases during a time of war, do yourself a fucking favor, go fuck off and go donate to the crisis and actually do something about it. Rather than sit on Twitter and fucking attack me because I have a position on something that is actually founded and, like, what the fuck is that? Like, sometimes, like, I wonder where people get their positions from. Is it literally because the media right now is full of fucking, oh shit. Is it because the media is, like, absolutely full of, like, war shit right now? Everyone's, like, all anti-war. Whereas I have a funny feeling, I don't know what the situation is with Ukraine at the minute, but I have this terrible feeling. Let's say Russia's right? Let's say Ukraine does something against Russia. This is like one of these things where, like, I bet you half the world would be, like, against Russia, even if Russia was, like, morally in the right. Like, obviously, I don't know what the situation is. I think Ukraine is pretty much 100% justified and in the right, and Russia is obviously the invader. So 90% of the time, I'm going to side with the defender. But that being said, it's like, I can't believe I'm in a situation where I have to sit here and say, you know what, a game about war, probably need to, you know, not release that during time of war. It's like, fuck off. Like, actually, just get the fuck. Look, I'm fighting. I'm killing animals. Should I be allowed to? There's a national vegan festival coming out next week. Am I allowed to kill these animals in the game? Am I allowed to do it in a game? Am I allowed to do it, or will I offend vegans? I will go to like every fucking game that's got killing animals. Oh my god, fucking kill me.